Salamat, Mr. Chairman. May mga tanong po ako para kay Secretary Esperon.
Good afternoon, Madam Senator.
Magandang hapon po, Secretary Esperon. Mr. Chairman, Secretary, I participated in the peace process as a member of the GRP-NDF panel on the side of government. So in principle, I agree with the whole of government approach to building a sustainable peace, including through initiatives at the local level. Even the executive order that created the NTF-LCAC states that insurgencies are symptomatic of broader social, economic, and political and historical problems like poverty and social inequality. However, I'd like to get a clearer picture of how this funding of the NTF-LCAC will be utilized. In concrete terms, Secretary, ano po yung current strategy para tapusin na yung local communist armed conflict? At paano ito iba, kung ito'y naiiba sa kung ano yung sinubukan noon? Kasi honestly, sa presentation kanina, parang sobrang 1980s ang dating, parang throwback Tuesday ngayon. And to implement this strategy, the current strategy, Secretary, anong mga programa ang i-implementa sa local level? Secretary, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Madam Senator, Mr. Chairman. I am, of course, very much aware that you are a member of the GRP panel involved in the peace talks because after retiring as the Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces, I became the presidential advisor of the peace process.
Opo.
So the matter of peace talks with the National Democratic Front, Philippines, which represented the CPP, NPA, and DF, is always something that interests me. And so, the senator is asking if the programs of the National Task Force LCAP.
First, the strategy, Mr. Secretary. What is the current strategy and how is it different, if different, from what was attempted in the past and which actually had failed?
Yeah. This National Task Force LCAP works on a national plan that is two-track. One is the political, the socio-economic portion, and the other one is the political, or that includes also the military. Left hand and right hand, you must have heard about that.
Yes,
you
sir.
must have also heard about
the 1980s.
Yes, clearing, holding, consolidating, and developing. We all know that.
CHCD, opo.
But in the course of implementing our campaign plans, you have all of us almost left it all to the military and the police and the other security forces to solve the insurgency problem, which is not a military problem. It is a political, a social, and an economic problem, as well as a military problem. Therefore, this National Task Force LCAP is now what we call a whole-of-nation approach, because first of all, it is a whole-of-government approach that also includes the private sector. So it becomes
just a quick intervention. Excuse me, Secretary Esperon, and with the permission of Senator Risa.
Of course, Mr. Chairman.
Now that you have discovered na yung peace talks pala, part of the revolutionary struggle, tutuloy nyo pa rin yung peace talks, at least at the level of the CPP, NPA, NDF, sa top level? Tinutuloy nyo pa rin ba?
No longer, not at this point yet, Mr. Chairman. That's why we have the local peace engagement cluster. We engage the local level commands of the CPP and PA or other groups like the RPA ABB, which with whom we have just signed an agreement through OPAP. And so we can engage the CPP and PA at the provincial level.
So lahat ng peace initiatives at the level of Joma season, scrap na.
Suspended.
Suspended. Well, which reminds me, kanina si Alex, Gerald Lamonte Aguno, he quoted Sun Tzu. If you know the enemy, di ba?
Yeah.
Eh, alam mo na yung ganun pala, yung peace talks, part ng revolutionary struggle, why are you still pursuing?
We have
The peace talks.
suspended it and we have terminated it. The president has terminated it as we have realized that it is so, that they are just using the peace talks to take advantage to propagate themselves.
But not at the local level.
At the local level, we can talk to them
Yeah.
because many of them are coming to us and they want to return to the folds of the law.
Thank you. Thank you, Senator Risa.
So
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And Secretary, just to make it of the record, Mr. Chairman, as a long-time peace activist and also former member of the government peace negotiating panel with the NDF, I really regret that government has suspended or canceled even the national level peace talks. Dahil po, kahit na di tulad ng government MILF peace process na nagpakita ng sapat na good faith ang parehong parties to the armed conflict at the negotiating table. At kaya mayroong konkreto silang naibunga ngayon sa forma ng BARM law at yung BARM mismo. Kahit na sa tingin ko po, kulang pa ang good faith ng gobyerno at ng NDF sa negotiating table ngayon sa national level, ay nire-reject ko po yung sinabi ng NDF na ang peace talks ay para lamang magsilbi sa kanilang armed struggle. And so I really regret na suspended yung national peace talks sa ngayon dahil dapat yan ay bukas pa rin na larangan na lalo na ang mga sibilyan, ang mga non-combatants ay pwedeng itulak pareho ang gobyerno at ang NDF na magkaroon ng kasunduan. But having said that, Mr. Chairman and Secretary, I thank you for the Secretary's responses about the national plan. In fact, in the middle of the pandemic, when almost every government department, agency, and office has had its budget cut, we're allocating 19 billion pesos supposedly to resolve the long-running communist insurgency. I'd like an honest threat assessment, Secretary, Mr. Chairman. How great a national security risk is the longest-running or the long-running communist insurgency led by the CPP, NPA, NDF? Are the communist rebels a clear and present danger to the country? Is our duly elected democratic government at risk of being encircled in the city from the countryside? Secretary, Mr. Chairman?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Yes, unang-una, gusto ko lang sabihin na ang pag-address, pag-asikaso sa mga problema na dulot ng pandemic, COVID-19, ay binibigyan natin ng diin. Kung kaya nga ang Kongreso ay nagpalabas na nga ng Bayanihan 1 and 2 upang talagang maagapan natin yung ating problema sa COVID. Karamihan sa amin dito ay, halimbawa, si Secretary Lorenzana, siya ang Task Force Commander ng National Task Force COVID. Pero membro kami ng Interagency Task Force. At hindi lang minsan sa isang linggo kung mag-meeting kami. At ang Pangulo naman ay lumalabas ng kada linggo upang sabihin sa bayan kung anong ginagawa ng gobyerno patungkol sa COVID-19. We are aware that COVID-19 is a clear and present danger. Kung kaya nga...
Pero yung communist insurgency po, Secretary...
Sa 500 billion. 500 billion ang emergency. Ngunit, sa gitna ng lahat ng ito, mayroon pa rin tayong number 1 political security threat. At ang
yan po yung number 1, Secretary.
Kayo na rin mismo nagsasabi, at ang Pangulo mismo nagsabi, na ang number 1 threat, political security threat, ay ang CPP, NPA, NDF. Hindi
Secretary, ibig po bang sabihin na yung bansa natin ay humaharap sa mas malalaking risk mula sa internal kesa sa external threats? Ibig po bang sabihin din na tingin niyo na yung ating militar ay primarily dapat nakafocus sa counterinsurgency mission sa 2021 and beyond?
that is the dictate of the situation. How we wish, as a former chief of staff, na inaasikaso ko lang ay yung aatake sa ating teritorya. Ngunit
Opo.
hindi ganun ang totoong nangyayari. Unang-una, meron tayong insurgency, kaya ang inyong armed forces ay nagtutuon ng pansin dyan. Ano naman ang sasabihin nyo sa amin kung yung armed forces at saka police, meron nang patayan dun sa mga barangay, kung saan-saan, mayroong assassination dito sa Metro Manila. Alam nyo naman kung sino yung mga pinagpapatay dyan sa loob ng Quezon Memorial Circle na mga top leaders ng CPP, NPA at yung ABP
Opo,
naman.
si Rolly Quintanar decades ago.
Anong
Opo.
gagawin po namin? Yung police ninyo at saka military, sasabihin
Yes,
namin na
Secretary.
hindi ba bagay dyan?
Hindi, sige po,
So
pag-usapan
it is
natin ang
dictated by the-
insurgency. Yes,
It is
Secretary. So,
dictated by the situation.
let's talk about the situation of the insurgency. Secretary, nung kayo nga po ang hepe ng Armed Forces of the Philippines, taong 2006 in particular, hindi po ba sinabi nyo noon na yung militar ay iwa-wipe out ang New People's Army sa loob ng 3 taon? Hindi po ba sinabi
Yes.
nyo noon yun
Yes.
tungkol sa ating AFP? All right. And hindi nyo rin po ba...
It
Yes.
is never wrong to have some targets.
Yes, agree.
Some objectives.
Agree. And hindi nyo po ba sinabi noon na yung lakas ng mga rebelde ay drastically nabawasan pasalamat sa Oplan na pinangalanang Bantay Laya? Hindi po ba?
Totoo po yun. Totoo po yun. Nabawasan sila from
Okay po.
6,000 naging 4,000 plus. Ngunit
Opo.
may mga
At
sumusunod
hindi-
pa rin mga na-recruit. Dahil nga ang nagre-recruit ay mga iba't ibang organisasyon.
Okay.
Yun
At
ang gusto namin mapigilan at isiwalat dito sa hearing na ito.
tapos po,
Hindi natin aawatin ang recruitment ay tuloy-tuloy pa rin itong ating insurgency.
At hindi po ba din, Secretary, nung 2008 naman, sinabi nyo na bubuwagin nyo, ite-tear down ninyo yung 15 NPA front sa loob ng 3 buwan? Na-meet po ba yung mga
2002
layunin na yan?
2002? Clarification, ma'am.
Ayon sa aking research 2008, na-meet po ba yung mga layuning iyon? 15 NPA front sa loob ng 3 buwan?
Yes.
They were.
There were about 70 guerrilla plans at that time.
Yes. So, okay, bawas ito. So, dapat mga 55 na lang nung taong 2008.
Dumami
Mas
po
recent, Sir Secretary?
Meron pa rin mga nabubuong bago dahil
Okay.
nga tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang pagrekruta.
Okay, Secretary.
Yun ang ating gustong pigilan. Dahil hanggat mayroong mga organisasyon na nagre-recruit at sumusuporta sa New People's Army, ay magkakaroon pa rin ng mga armado na katulad ng mga estudyante na sa simula ay aktivista ay nagiging NPA. Alam po namin yan dahil ako mismo ay kasama sa first quarter storm po eh.
Ha. Secretary,
Pero
more
hindi ako
recent...
humawak ng armas.
Opo, marami pong aktivista na hindi humawak noon o humahawak ngayon ng armas.
Tama po yun.
More recently, Secretary, nanumpa po ang Philippine Army na kikilos siya double time para i-neutralize yung natitirang, quote, 15 armed fighters of the New People's Army still running and hiding in the mountains of Leyte Island, close quote. In 2018, sinabi po ng Armed Forces na optimistic siya na yung insurgency problem ng ating bansa ay mareresolve soon. At tinukoy ng AFP noon yung nababawasang lakas kung hindi man imminent defeat. And I use the term imminent defeat sa aking brief opening statement kanina, Secretary. Imminent defeat ng NPA. At ito po ay pagkatapos ng surrender ng 326 na NPA guerrillas. Tapos September 2019, iniulat din na may 700 guerrilla na nag-surrender. Bilang National Security Advisor ngayon po, Secretary, do you stand by these assessments?
Yes, that was the assessment of the military in
Opo.
Leyte. I think 2018, tapos na yata mag-chief of staff si Secretary Anyon. Pero ganito,
Opo.
Madam
So-
Senator, Mr. Chair,
Opo. So,
sinabi namin yon sa Leyte na maalis namin yung NPA. Totoo nga na maalis namin at yung barangay ay na kung saan nagpupugad sa mga guerrilla bases ang NPA ay aming naklaro dahil meron kaming tinatawag na community support program ay na ngayon ay pinangungunahan na ng local government at ang kapulisan yung retooled community support program. Hindi na military,
So,
kundi
Opo.
combined military. Ngunit, maklear man natin yung mga barangay kung wala kang ilalagay doon na development o para iangat ang kabuhayan ng mga tao, ay babalik-balikan ng mga tao, ng mga NPA yan. Kaya ngayon,
Pero tell me, Secretary,
present ko sa kabinete na maglagay kami ng development program at inaprubahan ng Pangulo. Nandyan na nga sa budget ngayon, yung 16.44 billion for development projects in barangays. At nagtataka ako kung bakit ayaw ninyo ma-develop yung mga barangay na yan.
no.
Samantalang alam
Mr.
naman natin na
Secretary,
guerrilla based ang mga yan.
Mr. Chairman,
Hindi
ito
po
po
palit-palit
ay...
lang tayo.
No.
Paikot-ikot lang tayo.
Mr. Secretary, Mr. Chairman,
I'm
ito po
sorry,
ay pagdinig. Yes, Mr. Secretary, thank you for your apology. I accept it because for the record, Mr. Chairman, ito po ay pagdinig ng isang komite ng Senado at tayo po ay nagtatanong sa ating mga resource persons, kasama na ang good secretary, at hindi po ito larangan para akusahan nila tayo na ayaw natin ng ganito o ganyan na programa ng gobyerno na magtatrabaho nga tayo double time na habulin matapos ang isang budget para sa 2021 na
Sinabi niyo kanina na babawasan niyo ng 8 billion eh.
Mr. Chairman, I'm still addressing the chair, Secretary.
I'm like for
Tayo
the
po.
Senator, Secretary Esperon.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So, ang itatanong ko sa Secretary, dahil kami po sa Senado ay we started on time, we kept our eye on the ball, tatapusin namin on time ang budget para sa ating gobyerno sa taong 2021 na COVID responsive, recession responsive at democracy responsive. So sa tingin, sabihin nyo, maaari nyo po bang sabihin sa akin, Secretary, do 15 rebels in the mountains of Leyte, the remnants of an insurgency facing imminent defeat, inuulit ko, imminent defeat ang hinaharap nila sa battlefield. Para bang 19 billion peso problem sa inyo yon? Secretary, Mr. Chairman.
Yung pinag-uusapan natin, Mr. Chairman, may I know?
Okay.
Please.
Yes, please, Mr.
Madam
Secretary.
Senator, hindi lang po Leyte ang pinaglalaanan natin ng 16.44 billion.
Yes,
Ito po
fair
ay
enough.
nationwide na 822 barangays na inoperatan ng ating kapulisan at ang ating armed forces at local government. Na-clear nila ito ng 2016 to 2019. Sinasabi niyo nga kanina,
Cleared na
na-clear
po.
na yun. Sa Leyte, kasama na dyan. Anong
So,
gagawin natin
precisely.
sa mga barangay na ito? Iiwanan na natin para lumipat na yung tropa? O
Definitely
gusto
hindi yan
nyo
ang
lagyan natin ng
balance.
development? Lalo
No,
na yung mga pobreng barangay sa Samar at sa Leyte? Gusto nyo iwanan
Precisely,
na natin?
Mr. Chairman,
Okay,
Secretary. Kaya ko
sorry.
sinabi na parang
Akala ko,
Mr.
tinatanong niyo ako.
Chairman, hello? I mean, Mr. Chairman?
Yes, Senator.
Mr. Yes,
Senator,
Mr.
kindly wait for the Senator to finish her question.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Kaya nga po sinabi ko kanina, Mr. Chairman, Secretary, na parang 1980s ang dating, parang throwback Tuesday. Dahil yung clear hold, consolidate, develop natin dati, I think yung isang naging leksyon natin ay lalo na yung consolidate at lalong-lalo na yung develop. Trabaho na yan ng civilian government. And the past many years, ganun yung klase ng budget na pinapasa namin dito sa Kongreso. So speaking of the clear and lalong-lalo na yung clear saka yung hold na may bahagi pa rin doon yung AFP and then yung hanggang consolidate nandyan yung PNP, of course. Just focusing on the AFP, Mr. Chairman, Secretary, magkano po yung gagastusin ng AFP sa kanyang modernization program sa 2021? At dito gusto ko nang bigyan ng diin yung external defense natin. Magkano sa amount na ito, sa modernization budget natin, ay para sa layunin ng depensa laban sa external threats? Mr. Chairman, Secretary.
bago po ipasa kay sa mga dapat na sumagot niyan, ay sasabihin ko lang po sa inyo, Madam Senator, na hindi po ako military. Retired po ako, civilian na po ako.
Opo. Opo.
Kaya
But
po
still,
kaya
dahil
ako
National
natasan na
Defense
Vice Chairman ng
Advisor.
National Task Force LCAP. Civilian po ako at ang kasamahan namin sa National Task Force LCAP ay government agencies. Isang cluster out of the 12 ang military at saka police. Whole of
Yes.
nation approach po ito.
Opo.
Kung gusto
Kaya
mo malaman
malinaw
kung
sa
anong
akin.
ginagastos ng armed forces, para sa depensa natin ay mas kinaalam ko yan. Palagi ko mas alam ni ni Secretary Lorenzana at saka ni General Gapay. Mas
Alright.
kinaalam ko yan, sasagutin ko yan. Pero hindi na ako ang military, Madam Senator. Retired na po ako. Kaya pwede akong trumabaho ng civilian activities.
Oh, definitely. And kaya kayo
Secretary
in-appoint ng
Sarap, you are
appointing
reminded to
authority.
You
Yes,
are
Mr.
reminded to
Chair.
address the chair when you respond to the senator. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
Yes,
Chair. And
kindly
certainly,
address the chair.
yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. And certainly, this representation is aware that our civilian officials are appointed by the appointing authority, as he is authorized to do by the Constitution. Pero in-exercise natin bilang bahagi ng Kongreso yung oversight doon sa budget process at yung paggastos ng pera. Dahil sa tingin ko lang po, no, Mr. Chairman, bilang miyembro nitong Senado, overly mabigat yung kamay sa loob ng NTF-ELCAC sa isang programa which is actually dahil nga whole of government approach na sinabi ko sa simula ay sinusuportahan ko, I must properly iwan sa mga national agencies na civilian, yung ating mga civilian national agencies. Nasabi ko rin po at naalala baka ito ni Secretary Anyo nung pagdinig natin sa budget ng DILG na yung programa ng NTF-ELCAC ay parang nang whole of government program eh. At alam naman natin nandun na yung iba't ibang departamento kumikilos at nagko-coordinate na even before the NTF-ELCAC para isulong yung tugon natin sa roots of the armed conflict at i-develop yung mga area na na-clear na ng ating militar at PNP.
Senator
So,
Rivera.
yes, Mr. Chair.
Just as a reminder that your time is up, so you may wind up.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Siguro, just by way of winding up, i-put on record ko na lang yung mga huling tanong ko kung nais sagutin either ni Secretary Esperon or ng ibang resource persons natin bilang pag-isip pa rin dito sa ating hearing. So, why are we focusing on internal threats when a former chief of staff of the AFP has publicly stated that China will seize Philippine territory by force if a war were to break out between Beijing and Washington? At ito particularly, Sec Esperon, as National Security Advisor, do you think the Philippines has the capacity to project a credible defense posture against the most likely external threats? Sino po ba talaga, Mr. Chairman, ang pinakamalaking banta sa ating pambansang seguridad? A waning insurgency or an external threat from a superpower country? At the same time, even this waning insurgency facing imminent defeat in the battlefield might still recover if we don't address issues of inaccessible healthcare and education, the uneven distribution of resources, and if we open our borders to China at the expense of the livelihood of ordinary Filipinos. Masyado pong nakafocus sa Communist Party of the Philippines, Mr. Chairman, pero hinahayaan ang banta ng Communist Party of China. Marami pong salamat, Mr. Chairman. Maraming salamat sa ating
Thank you,
resource
Senator
persons.
Risa. Would you like to respond, Secretary Esperon? Yes, please.
Tinatanong po ni Madam Senator, Mr. Chair, kung sino ba talaga ang mas malaking threat. Yung bang isang malaking bayan na komunista o itong Communist Party of the Philippines? Ang tingin po ng presidente, ang number one political security threat ay ang Communist Party of the Philippines, NPA-NDF, because they seek to overthrow this democratically established republic through armed revolution. At ginagawa na nga nila yan. ginagawa na nila yan. May NPA sila, armado. Meron silang mga prente na pinapatakbo ng mga underground organizations. At meron silang mastermind. Clear and present danger din yan. Matagal na, 52 years na nga tayong pinapataob. Ngayon, kung tatanungin ninyo, kung may threat tayo na China, ang sagot ko dyan, mayroong bansang China at mayroon siyang mga interest dito sa ating South China Sea o sa Pilipinas mismo. Ang panlaban ba natin dyan ay pure military? Dahil kung gusto nyong pure military ang ilaban natin dyan, ibigay nyo sa amin, ibibigay ba ninyo yung 4.5 trillion para panlaban, panggera? Wala ba tayong pangangailangan sa COVID? Wala ba tayong pangangailangan sa ibang bagay? Doon ba natin ilalahat sa China? Samantala nakikipagkaibigan naman ng China. Ngunit, gwardyado tayo dahil ang kanilang national interest at ang national interest natin ay hindi magkapareho. Pareho tayong may national interest. At lahat ng bansa ay may national interest, pati ang Estados Unidos. Kailangan kausapin natin lahat yan. Ngunit itong CPP, NPA, NDF, alam na natin na gustong pataubihin o ibahin ang democratic way of life ng Pilipinas, bakit pababayaan ba natin sila na ituloy nila ang kanilang armadong pakikibaka?
Thank you, Secretary
Yan lang
Esperon.
po ang sagot.
Mr. Chairman.